Hello and welcome to the Torn Page. My name's Solid Inc. This is my co-host,
Michael Vega.
and we are here to talk about being in the business of comic illustration. Pause for dramatic effect. Nah. But we are here to talk about being in the comic business. And is it successful? Is it something one can do? Can you aspire to do it? And all the things that necessarily come down the line.
You know, teamwork, team building. Is it better to work solo? Who do you build on your team? How do you offset work? How do you put out great consistent content without overloading yourself? And then like I saying that, how exactly do you put out your work? How do you get noticed?
But I think we're jumping in a lot all at once right about now. Besides, I know it sounds we're all kind of stand-up-ish and forthright. Trust me, this channel is going to go straight to puts later. But as it stands right now, this is episode 1, and we're just really kind of just introducing ourselves and telling people what we're here to do. The overall mission in life, at least for right now.
Oh yeah, so then the entire inspiration for the channel recently came up as like we were out one night after work just talking about, comics, Samurai Jack,
Drinking. We were drinking.
Stuff like that. Getting loud and reckless with ourselves, and then random people want to be random people and interfere in conversations that they have no right being in.
Well, hey, that's half the fun when you live in this state. No offense.
Yeah, it is. But then it was a lot more unexpected.
It's consistently unexpected. It's consistently unexpected because one, we're nerds.
Yeah.
Well, you're a nerd. I'm a cool. But it's consistently unexpected when it comes down to it. But
yes,
overall,
yes, Geek Overlord.
Indeed I am. Praise me, be the Overlord. Nah, but it's consistent.
I'll take care of him later. Okay.
But with that being said, our overall mission here is to kind of inspire people to jump in this business,
and then also document our own journey throughout this entire business. This is how we ultimately are going to be getting started, and then moving forward we will document all of our problems, all of our trials, talk a little bit about comics.
Riding that sweet struggle bus, boys and girls. That sweet struggle bus.
Yeah, but we will mainly be focusing things in the tri-state area of New York City.
At least until we get ourselves a little bit more situated to, I guess, everyone else's problems in terms of where they are living and in terms of starting up. Because in many respects, when you are starting up, it is hard because you are one person with an unlimited amount of ideas and sometimes very focused ideas.
Yeah. So then, and we will help you and us at the same time, pull our head out of the gutter and give you a better perspective on the entire situation, because we do agree that everyone needs a second opinion to just be heard.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the way the comic industry is right now, being heard is, I don't know what to call it, but being heard is no longer an issue. And with the way technology is, even more so now than anything, self-publishers, standalone writers,
a lot of ghost illustrators.
It's so much easier to put your work out there now than it was, say, 5-10
years ago.
Yeah. And if someone like us are trying to start up in the comic business, and this was 10 years ago, it'd be a much different set of challenges. Yeah. Actually, much more challenging. Yeah. Due to the fact that with the rise of Marvel and DC movies, nobody's wanted to hear the little guy. But with the growth of the indie scene, and we're going to be talking about a wide variety of topics.
Oh yeah, because the entire indie scene is having what we would call an entire rebirth. I mean, not to confuse it with DC.
DC Rebirth. So you are using Rebirth. You're using Rebirth. You're using the concept of it's a rebirth then.
It's a Renaissance now.
Oh, here we go.
It's an indie renaissance, because as we are currently at the start, when they are looking at other titles, The Walking Dead is huge. huge that they just looked at Preacher. They canceled Constantine, even though I love that show.
Mishandled.
True.
I'm saying it right.
I agree.
Mishandled.
I
Completely.
do agree with Constantine being like completely mishandled, but it has so much potential.
It does. If
It
you ever
has.
read that Hellblazer series,
Oh yeah. So then, like, we
Sex to my eyes.
so we are at a very interesting time that they are looking at not really looking at, but looking deeper into what the comic medium has
to offer.
has
It
just
has
to offer as
now.
a whole.
And you as content creators, and now we're not talking about digital content. Actually, we will be talking about digital content creation in terms of webcomics, but in terms of the paper medium, you guys have a lot to offer. You have a different perspective, and when it comes to building, writing, and creating, and even illustrating, some people are thinking illustrators in terms of it has to be how Marvel and DC set the standards in terms of drawing. Not necessarily.
A lot of great stories are done with shitty art. Alright.
I would call it shitty art.
Okay, crappy art.
I would call it crappy art either.
Okay.
I call it style.
Okay.
Style. I
Umbrella,
like that.
Okay, we have Umbrella Academy. We have the Couriers. We have anything Brian Wood even decided to draw.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Draw.
You want to get it off your chest now, little man? Get it off your chest.
I don't know.
You can tell he's having. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's having a little bit of a moment.
Yeah.
Let him breathe.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He
Here.
just needs his bottle of beer. That's all.
Yeah, I know. It's way early in the day right now.
But when it comes right down to it, the look and feel of it is, well, it's just as important, but no longer important. If anything about Frank Miller's Sin City has taught us that
like color, you don't need. All you need is a touch of red here, there, call it a day. You could keep it completely black and white.
Yeah, but right now it's all about telling a great story. And with that being said, I think there are a lot of people out there who have a great story to tell.
Yep.
And at that point, it's about how you deliver. So again, with technology being the way it is, there are multiple online publishers
And
self-book building websites.
and then there is no reason why like you can't even just like start yourself up with a small group of people
Or solo.
independently. Just like balance out the work properly. We will take you step by step throughout the process, video by video. We will talk a lot about how like comics relate into everything. But then, and let's say you aren't like into comics, so we'll take you on like a tour of like how to write, right? Or interesting designs that are out there that these comic artists are like using, because cover art is its own thing right now.
Oh man, yeah, it is. Surprisingly, it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of illustrators out there know, like, we pick up those blank covers and we go to town on them.
Yeah. 1 second, guys.
Sort of like that. I still have my Amazing Spider-Man cover because I'm afraid to work on it. This because it's got to be epic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When you're thinking about doing a white cover, it's got to be epic. It's got to be epic because what's the point?
As like always, without a shadow of a doubt, it does have to be epic.
Because then, I mean, you could cower it out and have somebody else do it for you. Or have one of the name brand artists, like the big name artists, do it. Yeah. But where's the fun in that, though? None. There's none.
It's like, put your own work out there, be epic with it, learn how to put it out right. That way you could get the proper recognition that like you do deserve, unless you want to be like a ghost illustrator.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with making that money. I was a ghost illustrator for 6 years.
Nah. Ain't like nothing wrong with it if that's the path you want. We all got bills to pay. We all have crazy lives.
But with that being said, for those who want to own their work, we're gonna also be teaching you guys the proper steps in terms of
like how to copyright your work, how to set yourself up properly,
names,
simple exercises to perform on, and then put into practice
all the time. These are things you want to also be as much of a creative force as much as a business force too. It's just you want to be as well-roundedly professional as you perfectly can be. You're not going to get it down 100%. You're not going to be the most perfect businessman or creator or writer, but you want to be able to hold some type of facet of all three. You know, you want to be able to create, you want to be able to write, and at the same time, you want to be able to
just pump out consistent content
and own your shit mostly
of great quality.
And own your shit mostly. Let's be honest, illustrators get taken for quite a ride when it comes to their work.
Firstly, yes.
Did I just stutter? That was weird.
Yes, definitely own your stuff.
That
no
weird.
matter what, just own it.
It happens. It was a life lesson even I myself have went through. So we're here for you guys to learn off our mistakes in a big way.
Yeah, because like we will be going through this, you know, like step by step, just like setting everything up.
Failures by failures.
Oh yeah, so so then like
prepare for that F word.
On top of us, you know, documenting everything, we will also be talking about setting up like a website, putting out content, and how to get your name out there, expand it, you know, and then hopefully you guys enjoy the ride.
Yeah, we'll be expanding to other mediums as well. I know there are a couple of illustrators out there who want to do galleries, who's, you know, kind of worried about doing fashion design, because I almost wanted to switch to doing fashion illustration a long time ago.
On top of that, they also just had at the Society of Illustrators, they had the Spider-Man exhibit, which was phenomenal and amazing, and
oh my god,
and
yeah, it was freaking amazing.
And unfortunately it is over, but you know, no, just being
and
there.
we will be keeping you informed. I'm sorry to cut you off. I think the key thing we missed in episode 1, we already fucked. We'll be keeping you informed about things going on in your neighborhood, things that you can be a part of, things that you can go see, things that can inspire you to do this more.
How to network properly, how to communicate with your teams, what like local events are out there. We got Mocha coming up, Comic-Con, you know, a lot of different independent events.
A lot of big and independent events coming up that you should be a part of. You know what I miss? What event I miss? Special Edition. I missed that event.
I miss BorrowCon.
BorrowCon? I understand why, but I miss Special Edition because it wasn't even meant to be a con. Let me tell you guys that. When it came right down to it, it was meant to be mostly for writers and illustrators, and somehow it blew up out of control. I went the first year, I think it was like 2015, 2014, 15.
That sounds about right.
And next thing, and it was great. I met Charles Stubb there. He was my all-time favorite writer. All time when he was writing Superman and Wonder Woman comics, it was just wow. It was just amazing, and he was just like a dream to talk to. So next year, nerds, and I mean nerds were just out there dressing up, and you know, it didn't help. It went from what was supposed to be a really big networking weekend to find
fanfare.
Yeah. To find artists, to find writers. It was supposed to be just a giant workshop, became a fanfare, and it became a mini Comic-Con. And I really did enjoy it. It gave us no place for us as content creators to go and conversate about the state of the business. This is what we're doing now. This is ultimately what we're trying to
so then like, you know, saying that we will try to attend as many visits as possible, but then because we have like, you know, busy lives, you know, man, we gotta pay the rent. We gotta pay the rent, unfortunately. We will try to make it as much as possible.
Now we're gonna be doing as much as we humanly can, along with, again, taking you on the journey of building up our own, I guess, company, publishing, or creative, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
I would call it like a creative company then, man, because like, okay, that ultimately, man, we do want to put out content, consistent, good quality content. You know, great designs, and for just advertising, great designs for comics. You know, both. I know,
and really being there for the public.
I know, just like, Dr. Dre's album, our comic is in current limbo right now.
And so his is still in current limbo also.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're gonna have a race with Dr. Dre to see whose album and whose comic comes out first. It's on.
Oh, yeah. It's on, like, Donkey Kong.
It's on. So. Oh, so
or then, like, before that death, like, when Stacey happens again. For the third time.
For the third time. That poor, she has no idea her comic's gonna fail.
Yeah.
Which, surprisingly, it hasn't happened. So, that's good.
Again, we are currently in a race until Gwen Stacy dies. Again, either by cancellation.
Because that's technically death.
Hiatus. Hospital visit.
That's part-time death, though. Part-time death.
Like I said, that's a good hospital visit.
Yeah, it's a good hospital visit. But, with all that being said, again, we're here to provide and yet
inform you on, like,
you were a little late on the uptake. I said provide, and then you was like inform, like mad seconds. Like, work on your game. Pick up.
Ain't gonna happen, man.
Provide and inform.
I don't have enough beer in my system to, like, keep up with the uptake.
You better get some. Well, we do got to start having beer here now that I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we got to start having beer here because there's no way I can get through this show. And mind you, this show's only going to be like 25 minutes long per show. So it's not like we're taking a large chunk of your time. Did my pop filter just move?
Yeah.
See?
Your pantyhose.
See? Yes, pop filters. Nothing but expensive pantyhose. This is a goddamn shame.
Oh, yeah. So then, and we will inform you on our entire journey through all of our triumphs, all of our mistakes,
trials and tribulations,
all of our pondering mistakes. You could also, leave in the comment section ideas and questions that you guys have.
Can they not instead?
We won't always answer them, but
I will answer them, especially if you think you're gonna start some mess. You catch me on saying right now. I'm just that'd be terrible.
But then, like, okay, if you have a really, really good question that, like,
pertains to the business, and not just the business, I guess, and illustration and creativity, and I guess kind of putting yourself there, out there overall. Yeah, of course, send us questions, and we will provide the best possible answers.
Yeah,
the best.
Oh yeah, it might take a minute, but then we will definitely get to you as fast as possible, as long as it portrays to what we are talking to.
Well, that's a little rude. Portrays to what we're talking to. We don't mind. Listen, at the same time, we don't mind answering questions. We should be very open to answering some shitty questions. I love shitty questions because I get the best answers.
Okay. And like saying that, I will say, if you do have a shitty question,
Can we leave it allowed to say that on YouTube? Who cares? It's YouTube.
Man, we don't have any sponsors right now.
That's also true.
Oh yeah, man, we good. So then, like, if you do have a shitty question, that I swear to God, I will post it to the back of this wall, or as like a OMG moment that, like, I cannot live without, and I will proceed.
He will do it. Please don't. Please
I will answer the question in a sarcastic manner.
Like you talk.
And then, like, I would try, for the love of God, to find a better answer to, like, replace that.
No, you won't. But that also moves on to part 2 of the show.
Yeah.
We are still going to be talking about comics. It's what we both love. It's
mainstream comics, Marvel, DC, indie comics, like DC subsidiaries, to the more adult-oriented
content,
and, like, graphic novels.
We'll be reading porn. Comic porn.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna have to, but honestly, because listen, what people don't realize there's money to be made in that industry. Funny enough, there's money to be made in that industry.
Oh, God.
Listen, I have my own experiences with that, so
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We will.
There's stories to be told too.
Man, we will, like, also be talking about writers and artists that are doing, like, great things right now. Now, funny little stories that, like, we just find, like, amusing. Great stories with, like, questionable art. And then, like, if you read anything Marvel has, like, come out with, and then, like, you read any indie stories with, like, less substandard art than what Marvel and DC are putting out, you will clearly know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, again, we're going to be reviewing comics. Our, I guess, title for that show would be
Comics and Beer?
Comics and Beer. I'm still leaning towards, what was it?
Page by page?
No, not page by page. Page by page is more or less going to be our building of comics.
Yeah.
Building of books. And just overall, that in itself is a whole learning experience in terms of, well, you know, we got kids who are in college, who's college starting up soon. We got FIT, we got Parsons, we got a litany of them.
Yeah.
Even in just the Tri-State area alone, who are going to be going to art colleges. Some are going to be first timers, some are going to be graduate students, others are going to be returning as
graduates
and shit like that. But ultimately, who have no real experience on how to not only just build that page, but page by page is more or less, we're going to take their idea from the ground up, and they're going to be learning and building with us. But in terms of actual comic review, it's going to be what? Keep it, sleeve it, and tear it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep it, sleeve it, and tear it. We're going to be reviewing not just individual comics, but mostly graphic novels in terms of their overall worth, how great the story is, art. I mean, the writer usually does have a lot of weight because, let's be honest, Scott Snyder's run on Batman is the fucking shit. It's phenomenal.
Yep.
It is phenomenal. Hands down, one of the best Batman writers of all time.
Yep. Death of the Family, still epic. I'm just mad that DC kind of reboots too much. It just kind of kills it, but Scott Snyder is working the best work.
He's doing the best work he's done in years, actually. So the Batman run is really good. If you have not picked up Scott Snyder's run and Greg Capullo's art, that is the 1-2 punch of the Batman scene right there. That is it. Yeah. I assure you, pick it up. This episode, pick it up, read it, and tell me I'm wrong. I won't be. I won't. But tell me I'm wrong, just for kicks. But I won't be.
And then, as you do that, I will read the rest of DC's current lineup actually, and then I will try to find something that currently beats it.
Yeah, and
just out of spite.
And with that being said, as spiteful as he's going to be, we're also going to be delving into the indie scene, heavily into the indie scene, especially if you're going to be new creators coming up. That's where you're going to thrive. You're going to have diehard fans who are going to be reading your stuff monthly or weekly or however you choose to put it out, whether it be via web series or paperback. So when it comes to the indie scene, there's a lot right now.
Yeah.
But with that being said, there's a lot of opportunity for success.
Yes.
Because you'll be coming in with your own unique idea. Some, depending on what your idea is and how it's executed, how it's written, how the story moves from page to page, panel to panel.
And then we will also be talking about how to further develop any existing ideas. There's talking about
within comics, just
talking about how to develop that script, to how to transfer that script onto paper.
That's your job. Oh, then that one's my job.
Paper. How to turn that overall idea into cover art, right? How to distribute it, and then saying that please join us on the very next video where we will talk about the state of the entire industry as a whole,
and where you stand.
Oh yeah,
whether it be outside as a comic book fan, reader,
or
inside in terms of a content creator trying to find his notch in his way.
So then, saying that, we will be talking about comic books. We will be talking about anime. We will be talking about.
If it's drawn on paper, we're most likely talking about it.
About manga.
Or shitting on it.
We will talk about similarities. We will talk about differences. And then we will talk about the state we are in right now.
Which is amazing.
Mainly how Shonen Jump is currently bleeding at the side of the road.
You just had to bring that up.
Yes. It's sad.
I don't care what anyone says. I'm not that spiteful.
It's sad, man.
You are, though.
Okay, and then this is the Torn Page. I am Michael Vega.
I'm Solid Ink. I'm signing off.
Yep.